Hello.
Uh,
Can't hear you.
oh, no taki.
Hold on, I have to adjust my mic settings so they can hear me. I know exactly what's going on, but hopefully they can hold on. How about now?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's better.
Okay. Yeah, it moved to my VR headset. I need to remember to swap that back, but okay. We will be doing leveling because I'm tired. I'm really tired.
Are you too tired to do a portal?
An
An
Oblivion portal?
Oblivion portal.
Oblivion
Oblivion
portal?
portal. That's one of the
Nope.
dailies. You gotta clear one Oblivion portal for a daily.
I probably wouldn't. I'm probably not even too tired for a trial, but
We are.
it's been a day.
Been a day.
Can you group me, please?
That's me.
So Elder Scrolls Legends shut down um, yesterday, and I don't know if there's any kind. I don't know if people have like residual files they can do anything with or whatnot, but I don't know. It just kind of seems like the only Elder Scrolls game to just not exist anymore. I mean, like, you know, even the small ones that were on mobile phones in 2004, you can still technically play, right? Nothing's stopping you. You just need the hardware and the software. But you know, Legends you can't do at all. Okay, let's do Blackwood. Oh, I'll just port to Dad.
Is it because people weren't playing it?
I guess so. I mean, they are paying for servers, right? But technically, I could play it offline, so I don't really know how that makes sense. Uh, but yeah, it was a card game, but it was, you know, it actually did have like storylines and art and stuff like that. Some people were like trying to archive as much footage as possible before it went down. I think Camelworks was doing a lot of recording. Um, Obviously, the
I'm
UESP's got
sorry.
everything.
Is this the game that they made within this game,
No,
or is this something else?
this is their. This
This
is
isn't the card game
This
within
is
ESO.
a different card game that came out in like
Okay.
2017.
Uh,
ESO's is actually different. I had someone ask me like how similar it was, and I was like, actually, it's really not that similar. Um, they're two pretty different games. Give me a second. Had to be Leowin.
If you have opinions about crows,
Okay.
I have got a job for you.
I'll pick up the dailies. We'll see
Want
if we
to
can find a
yourself?
portal.
You've got it.
Let me share. Okay, so we don't know where a portal is. They don't tell you. So we'll do the world boss first, and then maybe while we're doing that world boss, someone will make a mention of the portal.
So where are you?
You can port to me now. Okay, see, someone just asked any portals up, so let's see if we get an answer. Granted, I could have just asked, but I have social anxiety. This person says south of Border Wash Way Shrine, so let's put a hold on this, and I'm going to mark where that is. So somewhere here.
So you want us to go to Border Watch Way Shrine?
Yeah.
I am there.
Same. I found it. North of the eye.
Yep, I see it too.
Let's go.
Well, that's just fantastic.
And it just disappeared right
What
as...
the?
Lovely. Lovely, lovely.
Where's everybody?
Forget it.
Oh, it disappeared already.
Yep. It ceased to exist.
We're angry about Portals to Oblivion closing. We want them open. No, okay. Well, now what? Now I'm gonna have to say something.
Scooby-Doo! There, I said something.
Scooby-Doo!
Wow, I can see all the fireflies or whatever were here. Maybe they're... Wow. All over. You see them?
Yep.
Fireflies.
A lot of torch bugs. That's why I like making the walk around Leowin, because there's a lot of torch bugs at night.
I don't see him.
I have some resources over here.
Maybe your graphics aren't good enough.
What is that?
I mean, do you see the green lights?
The what?
The green little sparkles. I mean, they're not everywhere, but
Okay, now I'm really having FOMO.
I always thought that was like one of the main things about Blackwood was
I never
all
really
the torch
stopped it.
bugs.
I mean, I could see it on my other computer, but I do not see fireflies. That makes me mad. Now I'm mad. Fix it.
Okay.
I see some off over in this direction.
What?
Yeah, certain times I see them.
Go to your graphics settings.
Well, let's go find an
That's just
Oblivion
well.
portal.
Don't worry about it.
She said to fix it.
You just searching
Thank you for the lurk, Diva.
settings.
Video.
Show
Video.
fireflies.
I meant video, graphics. Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna have to make a guess about what it is. Maybe particle systems. I don't know. Particle suppression distance.
It's at 100%.
Oh,
I feel like I should turn this one up.
be killed. Alright. Poopy.
I don't know. Like, Firefly option.
Can I see him here?
Someone's saying that they have found a portal, but I'm trying to learn where they are.
I
Hi,
mean, I
Crazed.
do recall when I would
Good to
come
see you.
here with my other computer. I mean, I guess I see them every now and then, but I
Yeah.
remember them being all over.
Well, they there's not as many as there used to be because everyone's raking leaves now and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Besides.
So this person just told me, like, they said me as in, like, there's a portal on me, and I said, I'm in a group so I can't port to you, where you be? And they said, never mind, which is super useful. Thanks, man. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna run down to my go-to portal location. I'm
I
gonna
mean,
see
I
if it's
always
there.
like the one outside of Leo.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
Okay.
There always seems to be one there, but they're probably phasing in and out.
What, the one across the river?
Yeah.
I don't know why he went physically when you could just.
Oh, that's true. I don't know.
Oh, suggest. Silly article.
I was
You
gonna
can't see it, I don't think, until you get close.
I was gonna brag about how fast I'd get there because it's like, oh, I can swim quickly. Is it there?
Oh, but here's somebody who's also looking for it.
That doesn't make me that doesn't make me happy. It makes me sad. I'm gonna guess that. I mean, like, this is why this is why there's no Oblivion Portal dailies, because no one can find them. They're so random. Hey, you know what? I know of I don't know. I'm pretty sure I know of a location of one, but it's probably, it's probably for the best. I'm gonna go to the Hutan Zelway Shrine, and you're gonna follow. I'm there. Okay. When we first wandered into the zone 4 years ago, I remember taking this route and finding a portal, but I didn't take it. So there's a chance that there is one over here. If there isn't, we could still do the boss. Therefore, we don't lose. We're trying to find Oblivion portals for an Endeavor, but it's always a pain in the ass. I'm struggling with my
good thinking.
PC, I had to turn the music off. Wait, I think I said that. Well, I don't see one. The spawning location is right here.
I don't have a space shard.
Hooray! And look, a Thieves' Trove, too. It's like Christmas for you guys.
Yeah, thank you. And I also see a I'll watch.
Yeah, this is how we got into the zone. We took this path. Because you can go south from Shadowfen. Okay, follow me. There's never
How
a
did your
gate to
train-
oblivion when you need it.
How did your trainee do?
Trainee did fantastic, but the training was rough.
Why?
I mean, like, I was told that he was already logged into the system, so that it should be easy to get him in, and I said, good, I hate logging them in, it is the worst part of this whole thing. Turns out he could not log into the system, and it was the worst logging in attempt that I have ever had, to the point where he didn't even get to do a full patrol by himself because we just didn't have time, because it was just so buggy. I hate logging in anything that they have us log into. And we called support couldn't figure it out, claiming, and I quote, "This is so weird." So it just became a huge mess of, like, what do we do? You have to do your patrol. Should I do it? If I do it, will you pay enough attention that you can do it yourself? Do we have you do it under my name? Is that
Right.
Are we allowed to do that? You know, it's just huge. I'm exhausted.
Was
But
Brian around to ask?
I texted him.
You could craft.
But you could tell, I mean, like, we don't want to have people use other people's accounts, but we eventually had to, because a fix wouldn't come for him for the next 24 hours. So, I had him just kind of use... We kind of did a hybrid, where I did a little bit of a patrol, he did a bit of a patrol, and then, just to make sure that he had it, at the end of the patrol, I had him map out the route on the map for me.
Good.
And he didn't even need any help. And I was like, you know what? Okay, you have excelled. No one else has excelled that much. He was paying attention. He said I was a great
Right.
teacher.
Right.
Okay, I know the current whereabouts of a portal. I don't know if we're gonna get there in time, but... I'm gonna do my best. Okay. Now we need to collect the frogs, or did we do that? No, we didn't. Gotta
I
collect...
got one.
Okay, I got another
I'm
one.
getting one. I got one.
Okay, we're good. All right. So they
Okay.
said southwest of Fort Redmain, Way Shrine.
Isn't that up north?
It's over. Yeah, it's over here to the west, and they said southwest. So like around here, I guess. Whether the master now with the Padawan of his own. I've had many Padawans. None of them have been that good. I'm there.
Sounded like you stepped away from your mic when you said I'm there.
I moved my head
Oh, I
the other
didn't. I
direction.
heard.
He was further away.
Let's make this.
You see it yet?
I see it, but I'm not getting my hopes up. You all need to be on my tail. Come on, come on.
I'm on your tail.
Running as fast as I can.
Here we go. If I miss it, I can port to you guys, but
Okay, come on in.
there's
Okay,
no
going in.
okay, there's no certainty that if I port to you, then I'll be exactly where you are. So, all right.
I'm in. Dad's in. Where are you?
Yeah, my Padawans keep falling to the dark side.
There he is.
Surprised it didn't take 15 minutes longer. Give me a second. Give me a second. Ow. Okay.
Ow.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we got one that no one else is in, so we're gonna have to do all this ourselves. Sharp is telling me to loot there, don't pass it up. I don't know where he's talking. Is there a heavy sack or something? Sorry, Sharp, I don't know.
Mom's coming.
This place is nice.
Oh, look at
Oh
them.
God!
Look at them fighting there.
What? Why do you walk in here and say this place is nice?
Heavy sack.
It's a cozy feeling.
Now.
But yeah, just clarifying, if there is an Oblivion remake and you do end up playing it, well, this is the realm of Oblivion that you go to. So yeah. Well, I mean, technically you go to a few, but you know, it's the main one. Okay, the Titan isn't here, which is good. It means that someone went
Good.
through. You're
Yeah. Whew.
gotta hurry. I think you
Fucking
could technically run
doozy.
past him. When you're with other people, hey, he's not too bad, but the less the merrier. My order shall grumble, and only the Sith shall remain? The Sith can't even hang out with themselves. Yeah, I'm glad the app worked this time. I don't know if what I did worked. I just know that it worked. So what I did was I just signed out and then signed back in, which is a huge ordeal. I have to go to my email and access that. But I thought that was something that was suggested online, was just sign out and sign back in, and it worked. And so what I did was I just put on my Spotify, because Spotify you can have running without having to have it on the forefront. So I ran my Spotify, and then I had the McDonald's app open, and I just wiggled it every now and then to make sure my phone didn't time out. I was taking every precaution. Rule of 2.
I mean, didn't you say you even
Until they
uninstalled
eventually
it
do rule
last
of 1.
time? Didn't that involve a re-signing in?
If you uninstall, you gotta sign back in, yeah, when you reinstall. But I...
So you didn't. You did that last week?
No, last week I restarted my phone.
Oh, I thought you.
I'm not...
I.
Yeah, no,
I would've suggested
reinstalling the app, that would have taken a lot of time. I wouldn't have been able to...
Well, yeah.
That would have been...
True.
I wouldn't have been able to order it at all. Well,
Yeah.
maybe. Technology hates me this month, and it's raising my blood pressure. I really am not a huge, like, I don't know. It's too confusing for me, these finagling machines.
Wait till you're 90 years old, Kyle.
Okay, I can wait.
Try to grasp it now.
I see you get 3 people with the new pets.
Mine whispers things to me.
What?
Mine whispers things. Yeah. It's like algebraic equations. Guys, if you see the frames drop a whole bunch, that's my game, that's not the stream. That's what I see too, just like what you see. I can't figure out why it's happening. I fixed it, and then it decided to unfix itself, and it's honestly incredibly infuriating.
Skill issue.
Ow.
Might have to go on without me.
Yeah, companions always get too close to this guy. They're always dead at his feet. I'm gonna take a drink. Yeah, he never stays out of his shield for long. There we go. I got a box. I didn't get my tickets. I might have gotten them this morning. I don't remember.
I got to destroy it.
Good job. I got a set of Daedric playing cards, like in real life. I wonder if that's why we made them.
I got a diagram for the Deadlands Brazier. Bladed Pillar.
Yeah, I got
Nice.
the tarot cards.
Hmm. I was just listening to a Near Biscuits where they were talking about tarot cards. And Rhett, being the optimist that he is just kind of like, I don't believe in it, but I believe they can be useful because it makes people think about themselves. I'm like, yeah, I guess. It makes you introspective
It's loud in here.
if you need some cards for that, yeah.
So this should have been a daily.
Whew.
Check that.
Yep.
Yes, it was.
You do your volume down.
So, okay. I guess I have to gather crow's eggs, I guess, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Mom's not following.
Oh,
Ooh, and a chest.
I kind of need one for an endeavor, but
Canarthy's Roost is full.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
did you
yeah.
Oh my.
Canarthy Drews.
I went there and I started at the northern way shrine and kind of went to the northwest, and found 3 or 4 really easily.
Technically, I think
need
I think a dolmen should work too. You just open a chest at the end.
Well, did that chest work that we just
Oh,
did
yeah.
in the Oblivion portal?
I do have one chest checked off.
Well, that would probably be the one in
yeah.
the Oblivion portal. So yeah, maybe a dolmen would work too.
Okay, so we have crow eggs. Actually, no, come to think of it, hold up. Stop the presses. This is the right way shrine. So I do not see the glints of green. Little sparkles. I see green.
I do. Little pixels every now and then.
Hmm.
Maybe you can't see green.
Looks like a quick little adventure. I'm game.
Hey!
Oh, another Thieves Trove. I've got this one, but I
Whole
want.
stack.
I
Very
like
nice.
stealing. Okay.
I think there was a it was a stream of support from like everyone across the community, and also Wes's friends and stuff. They were doing a stream to support him. I don't know if they were raising money. Maybe.
Well, he is well loved.
Yep.
I guess he's announcer for one of the sports teams.
Yeah, he does sports announcing, so he's well known in those communities, and he does Elder Scrolls,
What?
Fallout. He came in to voice Armaeus Mora for Necrom, all the content that happened recently. And if he wants to, whenever it happens, he might end up doing Sheogorath for a Shivering Isles DLC, because I don't see them skipping that.
I can't imagine what the issue was.
I don't know.
Really weird.
Wait.
I mean, he didn't indicate like he wasn't feeling well.
But I mean, like,
Something on
it's not a good time for that to happen, because I guess, you know, he was away from home doing a charity meet, so he was in a hotel room, you know, traveling alone, I'm gonna guess.
I'm listening.
I'm stuck in a crouch and I cannot get out of it. Oh, I'm hid. What is wrong with me?
I don't know.
Do I look alright?
Well, right now you're not crouching.
You're standing.
I can't put my weapon away.
Okay. Try swapping. Okay, you can't swap. Try running. Oh, you just swapped.
I swapped by going into the character thing.
Oh, that's weird. Try crouching and stuff now.
Alright. I'm fine.
Alright.
Always with the drama, this one.
Oh, now I gotta switch my thing back. I don't want that one. Well, yeah, he's alone
Give
in
him
a
a
hotel
bite.
room. It's kind of scary.
Yep, and I mean, like, so the only way, I mean, like, the only reason they knew to look for him is because he was scheduled for that meet, you know?
Exactly. And
And,
his wife said, "Go look for him."
yeah. They had to have, like, I think he said security break through the door.
You good?
Oh,
Of course you are.
I mean, it sounds like a heart event of some kind, maybe.
I mean, reports said they had to search for a pulse.
Intubate him. Yeah. They had to what?
They had to search for a pulse. They said the term
Oh
barely
my
alive
lord.
because they could not find one. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that was probably my heart. I don't know.
Dang it. Yeah, he's very interactive with the community. Gives a lot of thought into who he's voicing. I hate this. Come on, there we go. Got him. I'm facing this way. He spends a lot of time thinking about like how he goes about voicing characters. I think like how he talked about how like Sheogorath has that silly and also menacing side. For menacing, he goes more Scottish. For silly, he goes more Irish. If I recall correctly, that was what he said.
Got your back.
I would kind of think it'd be the other way around.
I don't know. I think of more like I think of like aggressive Scotland warriors.
Yeah.
So aggressive Scottish, silly.
So you
Irish.
said the menacing one's Scottish and the silly
Yeah.
is Irish. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
If I recall, because I heard I think it was a. Oh crap! You're in a red. Oh wow, that was close. I think that was an ESO Lorecast that interviewed him, but yeah, I forget.
Uh-oh. Swinging blades. Hang
Yeah.
on, let's just take him out and let him hit the blades.
Yeah. But he did voice acting, I guess in Morrowind somewhere. I don't know who he voiced in Morrowind, because Morrowind doesn't really have much in the way of voices. I mean, it does, I guess. You have like the passive people saying things as you walk by. And then Oblivion, a lot more voice work. Skyrim. But they didn't get it for
Dreamy Skyrim?
yeah, he did Sheogorath and Hermaeus Mora in Skyrim.
Oh, okay.
So he kind of owns those voices for the most part, except for ESO's base game has a different voice actor for both of them. And that was why getting him for Necrom and Gold Road was a big deal, because it was like, it's the guy! He's playing Hermaeus Mora and he knows how to talk really slowly. So I'm kind of hoping they
I
do
don't
the same
have-
thing with Shivering
I
Isles.
don't have a Sky Shard.
Okay. There's a chest ahead. Do you have this one, Dad? Please,
No, I do
please.
not.
Ah!
I'm sorry.
That's whatever. It's fine. There's chests everywhere. It's chests everywhere. I don't care. I'm not mad.
I have my stashes. I go look at Somerset.
Well, there's,
Not too
like
far
I said,
from
they're
Eleanor.
all over in Canarthes Roost.
Yeah, that's what you're
Oh,
saying.
look. Do you need the Sky Shard?
What's that pretty purpley thing over there?
It's bad people doing
It
bad
is,
things.
But it's pretty purple.
Purple is a good color.
Yeah.
But there's bad people over there with it. I also see an egg over there, I think.
Oh. Woo.
So yeah, I was doing some VR last night. Because I was like, I'm just bored. I'm just gonna do that. And that's what ended up screwing everything up. So fantastic. But it seemed to work fine when I was in there, for the most part. I didn't notice anything until I got out.
Well, it doesn't seem to be that is probably not a coincidence.
Nobody.
I can only... There's only a few things that I found kind of suspicious and weird, but I can't put it together, and I've been trying to isolate the issue. You know, that's what you want to do whenever you're troubleshooting. Is you're like isolate and process of elimination. So I thought maybe it was my Steam VR, and then so right before I started playing today, you know, I started up my computer and I immediately uninstalled Steam VR. I was like, I'm just gonna uninstall it, just gonna straight up uninstall the whole thing. And so I did that. Didn't do anything. I could have sworn that was gonna be the issue, because that's the entire reason I restarted my computer last night, was for Steam VR, because it wasn't working. So
Well, on one hand, there's a positive, so you know it's not the VR that.
I know that a positive is also that it's not the hardware, right? Because nothing hardware changed. It's not a hardware issue. I am 100% certain. So that's one thing. So hopefully I don't have to buy anything or clean anything.
You don't suppose, like Dad said, maybe your computer updated and you didn't know it.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing, though. I've been keeping track, right?
Yes, but you're not, like you say, you keep it on and you're not home. So maybe it did it when...
Okay, 2 weeks ago, when this happened before, it updated, or at least I assume it did, because I started having issues. So what I did was I reverted a week ago.
Right.
And it started running amazingly, and I could do whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
Alright, so last night, I pulled a reset, because I was like, oh, Steam VR's not working, I'm going to reset my computer. And what happens is that it comes back online, and my lock screen is different, which I found weird. My lock screen was a different design. It was no longer a picture of a canyon or a prairie dog. It was a, like a bunch of blue waves that I had never seen before. And I was like, that's weird. But it didn't update, it just was a restart. And so I was like, well, you know what? Just to be sure, I'm going to check to see if it's the same version as I was on before. And it was! The same version that I was on when it was working completely fine. It did not update anything. I was like, maybe it updated my drivers. Well, even if it did, I could not revert. It would not let me. So I was like, I'm out of options. Maybe I should force an update because I can't go back, so maybe I can go forward. So I forced updated, and I think it was even worse. It was still very bad. And so I've pretty much got nowhere to go. I'm like back into a corner. There's no more update changing. I can't go back like I did last time. It won't let me.
That will teach them not to cross us.
And I can't find any issues. I hate Googling tech issues so much. It is the worst thing ever. Because you're never going to find anyone with the same issue. It's just, there's so many variables. It's just a bunch of people saying, I've got this issue, and it's because, you know, you never know what their RAM is. You never know what if their fans aren't working. There's just so many variables that it feels hopeless. Absolutely hopeless. I was up all night. Hours and hours and hours. Doing everything I could, and it was like, you know, because I dealt with it before, I could do it again, but no, it won't let me. And what do you do when an update is forced upon you? Even, I mean, like, I knew I had to update eventually. People said you're gonna have to update eventually, and it did not update. But it's acting like it did.
I guess the egg up here. Yeah, there it is.
Let's get out there.
And I like how it happened exactly a week after I had fixed it, which I found very weird. Almost to like to the hour.
You have any thoughts, honey?
Look, we've been through this. We've got less options than even before, and we barely had any thoughts then. So we're pretty much
Well,
stuck.
I mean,
It's like
I
it's
don't
like
know if it just doesn't sound like it would be. You know, you had guessed maybe it was dust and stuff, but that doesn't quite
no,
sound
I
like
don't. I
how
don't
that-
think it's anything physical
Uh-huh.
because I reverted and it worked perfectly. And like I was playing, you know, the most taxing games, and I was like, well, I'm glad I got it fixed.
Am
So
I hearing a treasure chest?
maybe
What?
I am.
the heavy
I
sack
am.
is back if you want it
Where's the heavy sack?
under the arch.
See that? Probably
Yeah, I
something
don't have
useful
it.
in there.
Oh wow, okay.
Well, Mom got it. Okay.
Wow,
Oh, I'm sorry.
attitude. Oh, now she's acting like she didn't do it on purpose. No, I'm sorry.
I saw it and I took it.
I was pointing it out for him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I said there's a heavy sack, and you just kind of went, I'm gonna take that. Oh, so there is.
All right. I got the chest that was up here.
I believe you're innocent, but I'm just gonna say that if this was a courtroom, you'd be going to jail. Like that, like no one would give you the benefit of the doubt for that. The jury
You
would be
didn't
so
say-
mad.
Hey, Dad, here's a heavy sack. You said, here's a heavy sack.
I said heavy sack where? Under the arch. I was standing
Yeah,
under the
that's
arch.
it.
You were standing under
thank
the
you.
arch, and you found a heavy sack. Might have been the same heavy sack that I was pointing out for Dad.
To everybody.
I mean,
You were not specifying to whom you were telling it. Hmm?
I said,
You didn't say.
but Dad,
Dad.
I might have. I'm gonna check the VOD.
Nope.
I'm gonna check the VOD,
You did not.
and I'm gonna bring the VOD in front of the
I
judge.
think he said, "Here's a heavy sack
Yep.
for you,
Here's a heavy sack. Oh, well,
under
thank
the
you.
arch."
I'm a lowly little 21.
She doesn't know what she's doing. She's a
I
low
need
level.
That's your own doing because you keep.
I am only a level 21.
Out for that.
What's an Elder Scroll? I don't know. Okay, for this we have to talk to the people in Leowin, and we always give it to the lady behind the church, so we can't turn this one in until we talk to the lady in the graveyard.
Oh, that's right. That's the Crowwig lady.
Yeah. You can imagine the how taxing Leowin is on me. Ugh. Well, so far so good. Ah! Ah! Ow. I rolled, apparently. Ow.
Oops, sorry, wrong way.
I mean, like, I get these drops of frames, but it's much worse with any other game I play. Overwatch is Fortnite's completely unplayable, no doubt. Overwatch is unplayable. And I wanted to do more Fortnite. Last week,
Thank you, Strength.
we did, I mean, Drizzy was there. My friend Leaf was there, and Jacob was there, and we all teamed up and did like 4-man Fortnite. And I don't think I had done that before. That was fun, and I was kind of hoping to do more of that.
That's gotta be worth some good
Oh, I'm
coin.
sorry. I feel bad.
If I don't get it fixed tonight, then... I mean, like, if I don't get it fixed by the end of the weekend, it's gonna be another 35 hours of work before I can do that again. And I'm out of options. Well, I feel like I'm out of options. I'm probably just gonna... I'm gonna try... I might try booting it in like a mode that doesn't start a bunch of programs to try to see if a program's costing it, but then I don't know if I can start up a game while doing that. I don't know. Because, you know, there's so many processes. How do you isolate which one it is? You pull up the task manager, and it's like, well, it's not taking up resources, but is it affecting something in some other way? Because nothing's taking up resources. Aren't updates supposed to be a good thing? Like, isn't it supposed to improve? Like, I literally set it to not update until I manually told it to. So I don't, I checked the type, and it didn't say that it updated. So I feel like it didn't, and yet it's still screwing up. So it feels like it was something else. Something about restarting the computer. But the fans are running. The fans are fine. Let me check my open hardware monitor. Oops. That was not what I wanted to do. That's not going to help me. Open hardware monitor.exe. And now it's going to say, do you want to start this up? Yes. Where is it? Oh, there it is. CPU cores are all running. They're running at like an average of 4,340. Well, they seem to be running up really, really high. Because I'm looking at like they're all generally in the same ballpark as what the max is. Let me check my GPU. The fan is working, which is good. The fan is running at 2,260 RPM. Max is 2,325. GPU fan is 84%. Now, I'll be honest. The everything does seem pretty hot, but like I made sure to check even when everything was working fine, and it was the exact same. Because I was curious. And so that's not what's causing it. Now my CPU cores, interestingly enough, it says that they're all running at, you know, around, I'd say, 4,300 megahertz. In terms of, like, load, though, it says only, like, 2 of them are pulling anything. And the rest aren't really doing anything. So I don't know if that means anything. I tried updating my graphics card to see if that would do whatever, but it didn't help.
No thoughts?
Head empty. Oh, just dropped 1,000 frames. FPS 3! it's why did reverting to this Windows update help me? But because let me check my update history here. Okay. There was a update on the 15th. That was around when I had my issue. The 15th was Wednesday. It was the Wednesday before last Wednesday. That's when the issue happened. It says that it was a cumulative update for Windows 11 version 23H2. That was the version that I wanted to avoid. So I reverted back to the version before that. However, the Windows Update history doesn't mention any reverting, so maybe it doesn't mention that. It says that I updated to the current version of Windows 11 this morning, because I did. And now it says that there is another update available today. So, do not know. But it's not playing nice with my PC. And tonight's the night where I stream the least. So if I'm going to get anything done, I'm going to have a lot of time to do it. I just don't know how to go about it. And everyone that I'm going to text is going to be asleep.
I know.
So I'm just going to be sitting there going, maybe I should do this, and then I'm going to do something that I shouldn't have done.
How
probably.
about you instead of doing that all night, go to bed and get up so maybe people could help you when it's daytime and normal people are awake.
Well, I don't, well, okay, I could text them, sure. But you're asking me to basically change my entire sleep schedule. Like, fall asleep now! Do it! Do it! I'm not built that way.
Well, you said you were up all night, so you gotta be tired.
I am tired, but I don't know if I'm sleepy. I'm frustrated.
Well, like I said, you might have to pack it up and take it to Best Buy.
I would need to take I would need to take everything.
That.
Yeah, see,
Or-
Dad doesn't
or
like that
the co-
idea.
Or the company I showed you, there's a group in Grand Prairie. They're small, but they sounded like they knew what they were doing. Well, what other option is there?
I don't know. I was kind of hoping that
somebody who might be able to help you.
hoping that I could update my computer like a normal person.
Yeah, there's no. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Not that I would know, but how an update would screw up your fairly new gaming computer.
I mean, it could be anything. Like who knows what program it's interacting with. Maybe that is just.
I mean, you're not the only one that is updating, and
No,
not.
but my computer is special. I've got, I could have maybe I have a certain program that it just doesn't like for whatever reason, and
You do have a very good virus protector, right?
yeah, and I ran a scan, so that's been taken care of.
So you said you updated your AMD driver?
Yeah, I updated my AMD, and I started having issues, so I think I reverted. Or rather, sorry, I kept having issues. So, there's different ways to update your driver. You could update it through Windows, or you could update it through the company website, because the company website might have stuff that Windows does not have listed. So,
Whose company website?
AMD in this case.
Okay, what chipset do you have?
Meaning what?
You have Radeon graphics, or what do you have
It's
for
the
graphics?
Radeon 6600. 6600 AMD Radeon RX.
Let's see, Windows 10, 11, auto-detect and install driver updates for AMD Radeon series graphics and Ryzen chipsets. Use for systems running Windows 11. So I just went to AMD.com, clicked on resources and support, and then Radeon AMD drivers. And they have a button to download Windows drivers.
Yeah, I'm looking at them because I have the website open from last night.
drivers. Yeah.
Now, would the GPU affect my PC running slow at all? Because, like, I pull up things like, oh, I'm going to pull up my settings, and it takes, like, 20 seconds. Like, there's something
That
slowing
should
everything
have-
down.
Really shouldn't have anything to do with graphics drivers.
Yep.
But I mean, there's times I click on Windows Explorer and it just sits there. It pops a window up, but there's nothing in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I'm thinking, and I'll go look at Task Manager, and Task Manager's like, nothing's going on. Then boom, the window opens. So yeah, I mean, it's a good idea never to update, automatically Windows when they say they have an update. Always wait.
I don't even think it updated again. I'm running on what I was running
Right.
on, what I reverted it to. It's just decided to start having an issue.
Yeah, not every update does graphics drivers and stuff. Most updates are security functionality and things like that. But I did read that they did have an update recently that did a lot of different things. It messed a lot of things up.
Oh, really?
I told you about
Sorry, say that again?
There was an update. I mentioned it to Mom about, but it was after your last one, so it was probably about a week ago, that I read that there was a Windows update that played havoc with quite a few things.
Well, let me...
You said you're on 23H?
Yeah, I'm not on the current version because I reverted...
Usually, I thought the first two letters were like the year. So, I mean, we would be in like 24H.
Well, it says 23H2. You know what? And this is what it says, and I think you might find this interesting now that I'm looking at it, but I don't understand it. It says Edition Windows 11 Home version 23H2 installed on July 2nd, 2023.
Yeah, because 23H2 was released, it says here, on October 31st of 23. So that's not current.
No, but I've updated. I've updated several times.
But what version are you on now? Still on 23H2?
Well, I'm looking at my system, and it claims that. Is this like? Am I looking at a record of what it was like when I got the PC? Because I'm looking at it right now and it says
If you
edition.
go down and you got your little search bar at the bottom, type in
Yeah.
your search or
Yeah.
whatever. Type in WINVER, and it should pop open a window.
Okay. All right. It says Microsoft Windows version 23H2 OS build 22631, the exact same as what this window says. Yeah.
And my laptop is on 22H2. So,
Okay, so you're.
but I'm Windows 10.
Oh yeah. But I updated like just recently. How's that possible? Like, how does that make any sense? Is this
Current
telling me what?
version of Windows 11 is 24H2.
Yeah, I mean, like that. I should be on that.
Maybe it didn't update and you thought it did?
No, but see, that doesn't
Maybe
make.
it
None of this is
got
making any
disrupted or
sense.
something and didn't finish.
I'm looking right now at the cumulative update preview for Windows 11, which is January 2025, which calls it version 23H2.
I don't know what to say.
Should I wait? I mean, like, should I turn on and get updates as soon as they're available? Like, maybe it's like way behind, and it thinks like that's current. I don't know. Like, if I turn on get latest updates when they're available, what will happen?
Well, sometimes you get an update that doesn't work well with your different items because they can't test everything.
Yeah, I know, but like,
I mean, we have a WSUS server at work, which means we download the updates and then since like my work computer is a corporate computer, and we have policies in place that prevent us from automatically going out and getting updates from Windows. Instead, our WSUS server gets the updates, and then Jeff will and Steve, because Steve runs the desktop department, they will try downloading that on test computers, and they see if it breaks, because SIL has some in-house software that they've written, and sometimes they've had issues where an update will break it. So then we do not release the update to the rest of the corporate computers. So, and that's why, like, if I try to do an update on my work machine, it'll say contact your administrator, because I don't have the rights to do that. But on a home computer, you can do that. So, but it may also be that, like my Omen is still at 22H2. I get updates for security and stuff, but I haven't updated the core. I don't know what the last one was, but Windows 10 is now being obsoleted. It's supposed to be like no longer supported.
I don't advise 11.
October this year.
I mean, I'm looking at my recovery, but I can no longer go back. I've tried.
The final version of Windows 10 is 22H2, which was released in October 22. And Microsoft will stop supporting Windows 10 on October 14th of 25. So, yep, I'm current. And we'll get no more. It's kind of like my Samsung S9 phone hasn't gotten any updates since March of 22 either.
Current Windows 11 version is, well,
24H2 is the latest one that's been released. But why you're still at 23, I don't know. Unless there's things in your computer that won't support 24. I don't know.
24H2 availability date as of the 10th, which is honestly when I started getting my issues. Can I Google, like, is there a place, like, on this website where I can just download 24H2, see if that does anything? Or do what I want to?
That's what going into Windows updates and saying look for updates is for.
Well, I'm looking at Windows Update, and it says there's an update preview for 23H2. Let me check for updates again. Let me see what it says. Checking
That's
for
what
updates.
you have supposedly is 23H2.
Okay, so I can't go from 23 to 24.
You might have to step up to it. You may not be able to go from what you currently have. I don't know.
Oh, that's not good.
What version's yours, Mom? Honey? You know what version of Windows you have?
No.
Can you get to the okay, down in the little bar, the search bar at the bottom, type WINDER.
WIN.
Yep, VER, Windows version. Hit enter.
What
version do you have?
23H2.
20 what?
23H2.
23H2. So Mom's got the same issue.
I checked for updates, and it decided to check and then also update. So, it's running a download right now that I can't seem to stop.
Well, and it may be that if it's a known issue, sometimes they fairly quickly put out a fix, right? Kind of like Vista.
I
that broke things.
I updated last night because I was like, well, my current version isn't working like it used to. I'm gonna have to update because I have no other option but to go forward instead of going back. So I was like, I'm gonna run the update because it's the only thing I can do. And then it was like, no, this is bad. In fact, it might have even been worse. So I reverted, and that's why it won't let me revert again, is because I already did. And I can't really stop this download, which is upsetting, because I'm probably just going to end up downloading it, and then it's going to be bad, and I'm going to have to revert again. That's going to take a long time. Wait, hold on. Can I pause this? Like, hello, please? Well, maybe if it asks to restart, I'll tell it no.
Well, sometimes once it starts like a download, and then it says, "Hey, you need to restart," and a lot of people go like, "Well, I just won't restart it, then I can keep playing." And sometimes it's put your computer into a freaky state because it will have written things, but in order for them really to take effect, you need to restart your computer, and if you don't do that, then you're in this quasi state, and sometimes it can actually make things weirder. So
At the moment, maybe I want to be in a quasi state.
maybe. Are we done?
Yeah, we're done. Just trying to help them.
I mean, when I told Jacob that I could only revert once, he was like, I thought you could revert to any version of Windows available.
Yeah, it kind of depends, because there are times that you can all the update files and stuff it stores on your computer for a while.
It's amazing to know that this computer is fully capable of doing incredible things, and refuses to. I could probably end the task for Windows Update, the server host. That might be able to cut it off.
Yeah, but if it's writing stuff to the hard drive and you
Ah!
cut it off in the middle, I mean, that's like not a good idea.
Great. Well, that ruins my stream too. Let's look at what's running right now.
I mean, maybe the update, it like Dad said, maybe it's a fix to what was a problem with the other update.
I was up a very long time last night, and I installed it.
Oh.
And I didn't like how it came out, so I reverted. I couldn't tell if it was worse or not.
Well, here's Google's AI overview. If you're experiencing graphic issues on Windows with an AMD graphics card, the most common culprits are outdated graphic drivers, incorrect settings within the AMD software, hardware compatibility problems, or recent Windows updates that might have interfered with the drivers. You can try updating your drivers to the latest version from the AMD website, checking your settings in the AMD Radeon software, and verifying if your system meets the minimum requirements of your graphics card. Well, I'm sure that's not a problem.
I've gone through update scans. I downloaded their AMD update launcher.
Go to the AMD website, download the latest drivers for your specific card model. Uninstall your current drivers using the AMD Clean Uninstall tool available. Install the new driver and restart your computer.
Guys, I just selected to update my driver. I didn't think it was actually going to work. I thought that it was going to give me an option. I don't know if this will mess with anything visually or if it'll have to restart my PC.
If updating drivers worsens the issue, try rolling back to a previous version.
So
Device Manager.
So I just updated my drivers. I think I rolled them back a bit because of how they were acting. I just updated them again. Maybe if I update Windows and the drivers at the same time. I don't know if I did that. I was very tired. But I'm going to need to restart the computer for all of that. So I'll probably just dedicate my time to doing that. It says I should restart now, and I'm putting it off. And you said that's bad, so I should probably do that soon.
Well, again, if you find that you're having too many troubles, then just get up a little earlier tomorrow. Maybe somebody around can help you or put eyeballs on it that maybe they see something you're not seeing.
Yeah, Jacob would have fixed it by now.
I'm not gonna commit anybody around me, but if they're free, they might see what they could do, but not if it's gonna be like 5:30 or something. So just get up like around 4 or something. Get up a little earlier. Just my suggestion, but maybe it'll work.
Here's AMD Community. The ongoing struggles with AMD drivers, July of 24. These stutters aren't minor. They involve frames per second values dropping 210 in an instant, causing significant screen freezes and disruptions. The ongoing struggle. Let's see what it says.
I mean, doesn't this look like it plays fantastically, guys? Again, that's not the stream. That's my computer. Same computer as always. Plays completely different.
You have a RX 6600, right?
Yeah. Walking through Leowin's a nightmare. I have better frames when I'm looking through my screenshots. You seeing anything?
I'm still reading.
I'm gonna go ahead and get off so I'm not helping any. See you tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
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 Next time, throw yourself in the fire.
I seriously think I should probably restart my PC.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you like updated the driver and stuff and didn't reboot the machine,
Yes.
then you haven't really changed. You may or may not have really changed the driver because
Yeah, it said that I needed to reboot.
No more getting
But-
to the camp.
I mean, if you have anything to give me...
You could brew something nice with that.
I mean, when I
What? I can't believe that. I'm out of lockpicks? How?
I mean, I found some older videos, 22, 23, that talk about how to fix low frames per second and stuttering on AMD cards.
Yeah?
1 and 22 says how to fix FPS drops on RX 6600 XT. But mean, you don't have, does your computer have an AMD processor also, or is it just the AMD graphics card? Is it an Intel or a AMD?
Um, let me see. Processor is an AMD Ryzen 7
Okay.
5700G.
And that's why you also have an AMD graphics card. So,
There we go. Endeavor. Well, all the endeavors are done in case they get locked out of the PC for who knows how long. I've had to turn all the music off, though, because music is the worst when you have bad frames. You're just constantly getting the stuttering.
You are with the resistance at Arentia. Bright moons.
Your motion must be as inevitable as becoming tide.
Rise up from waxing gibbous.
It's funny how ESO is weirdly enough the game that plays the best like this. I mean, like out of the games that I usually play. Despite all the constant frame drops, it's like the other games are worse. Ugh.
I see people mentioning
Face my better nature.
the adrenaline drivers.
Yeah,
I
I
guess that's an AMD thing.
I just downloaded the Adrenaline driver last night. And that's why I need to update, because it was actually a downgrade, it said. But I was like, I don't care if it's a downgrade. If you update it, I need you to go back, right? So I downgraded and I
Well-
went back.
That may be that, see, if Windows installed a different driver, and then you go and you get the AMD driver and it says downgrade, then, I mean, that could be what the issue was, is that, because if you get it from AMD, you should be getting the latest driver.
Yeah.
And if it says downgrade, then it means that what's in your machine evidently may not be an actual AMD driver, but it's what Windows thinks you need for a driver. So I don't know.
Well, so, I mean, like, the AMD driver, let me pull it up really quick, because I downloaded that. Let me see what it says. It actually has some interesting things where it tells me the stats of the games that I usually play. Like, it tells me the FPS in general and all that stuff. But I'm pulling it up now. performance, technology. It is very slow to run. I'm trying to navigate it because it's not showing me exactly what it was showing me before. Okay, here we are. Driver and software, current version 24.10.1, and the update that is available was released 2 months later, 24.12.1. And it says you might want to update to that because I went back. So like I could go to that and then maybe update Windows at the same time.
Oh, I mean, you've already done Windows, right?
Yeah, I'm just holding off on. Actually,
Restarting it.
let me check where that's at because it said that it was updating. So let me see. It's at like 70%, just about.
I mean,
So-
once Windows finishes updating, I mean, you could reboot it and give it a shot.
So
Yeah.
reboot Windows and then update the latest AMD according to.
Right. I mean, go ahead and update. Yeah.
Because I might have already had that. I just don't.
I mean, if this Windows fixes the problem, this update, what you want to do is reboot your machine and then go try to see if the problem still exists. And if it does, then go ahead and go update the driver.
Okay.
Because usually if there is a problem after Windows releases something and there's a problem, they usually try to release another update, which, I mean, usually they have what we call Patch Tuesday. They only release updates on Tuesdays, and it's like every other Tuesday or so if they're releasing stuff in the middle of the week, then that usually means it's like an emergency release or something.
Right.
So,
It might end up being that when I update Windows, it automatically updates the AMD to the best,
right.
and I won't
It may.
need to do that.
It may. That's why I said try it.
Yeah.
So go ahead and reboot. Once the update's done, reboot. And every update doesn't change that 23H2 because that's major stuff.
Okay.
And then there's always updates to, we had to fix the C++ library, or there's always, you don't always update, but depending on what you're running, like sometimes it's just, Microsoft Office packages or things like that. It's a big update, or I don't know, but it's not always, it's a big update.
I mean, some
Kinda
updates
like
are
the
small.
best,
They're
they
like,
have a scheduled update, and then it's like, we didn't think about that.
yeah, they'll do like emergency maintenance.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's kind of cool having this AMD Adrenalin thing up because it kind of works like a resource manager where it also tells me the stats of my performance and stuff like that. Pro gamer things. But it has it in a cool UI that looks more fun than a task manager or a resource monitor.
Well, anyway, yeah, give that a shot. Let Windows finish updating, reboot. Go
Okay.
and see if you still have the issue. If you still have the issue, then run the AMD package to update the latest driver.
And if that doesn't work, I guess I'm just gonna be spending all night trying to figure out what the issue is.
Well,
and
there comes a point. There comes a point where sometimes it's just good to take a break.
I can't just you know, this is my weekend. You know, if you take this is time sensitive for me. If I take a break, by the time I get it working, it could be next Wednesday. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you just stay at it, keep hammering it, you know, you run out of ideas, you get frustrated, and sometimes you just need to focus on something else or take a short nap,
Uh,
and then you might have an aha moment.
I don't
or-
really have much material and I don't have much knowledge to have an aha moment with, you know. But
Well, that's why we Google stuff.
yeah, let's see. It hasn't really gone up much in percentage for some reason. Why?
Well, I'm going to be getting off here,
Okay.
so good luck with it.
Thank you.
All right, love you.
Love you.
Thanks, had a good time.
Same.
See you tomorrow.
See ya.
All right, good night. Bye.
Night. Bye. Oh my god. Everyone's sending me lockpicks, bro. Oh my lord. Wait. Who was the first lockpick? Oh, Sarasa did. I didn't notice. Oh. Oh my goodness, everyone's sending me lockpicks. My god. Alright, so, since this is gonna update at some point, I'd probably, I don't know why the percentage isn't really going up, but, I should probably just choose when to end a stream instead of just having it randomly restart and mess everything up, so, and I knew that today's was probably gonna be kind of short, because I'm gonna have to do fixes. Why am I getting so many? Because I am a special boy. I'm going to be sending you guys to Doryu, who's doing some Marvel Rivals. Hopefully, I can do something, you know, on the next 2 streams or whatever, if I get this fixed. But I want a lot of free time to think this over. Also, happy February! I will see you guys next time. Maybe I'll try to fit in some Halo Infinite on the next stream. Honestly, if I get it fixed ASAP, like really fast, and I might just start another stream at some point tonight. I don't know, but I doubt that I'm gonna get it fixed that quickly. But if I do, you know, I might decide to just do like a Halo Infinite stream or something. So yeah, we're gonna be going to Doryu. Thank you guys so much for being here. Obviously, if anyone needs to contact me, I will still be awake for a very, very long time. Give me a second. Let's see, Doryu Z, there we go. Alright. Bye.